So we are going to talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie, and that is called The Curse of the Black Pearl. So this movie was a success, and I think it was one of the better movies out of the 2000s decade. And 10 years later, it stands really strong. It's almost a cult classic, and I think furthermore a better word to describe it would be a debatable classic. You have your classics, you also have ones that are worth arguing about, and that's definitely one of those. So this movie is about the emphasis on pirates. There's a lot of things going on. There's characters that are going to be involved. What starts off is it's about the Black Pearl. There's a few characters that are going to come up, and among which is Elizabeth Swann. So she is on the eve of getting married. It's time to start thinking where she's going to go forth in life, and there's a number of men that are going to come up that are, ideal candidates. So it starts off being more about her. Now, as things continue, you realize that Will Turner, you're going to see that what he's about, this character is played by Orlando Bloom, and he has like a dashing type character in this film, and there's more so heroic and a little bit more cunning in this film. So those are two things you're going to see. Both branch out differently, and they kind of, you're going to see the two characters in which direction they go in. So a character that, some of you guys are going to like a lot is Jack Sparrow, played by Johnny Depp. And he is a pirate, he has been, and he's a fabled pirate. So these are things that are going to happen as we get into all three of these characters going through the motions. Now, there are more characters than this, and a lot of them are pirates. So this is something not necessarily every single, not every single thing in this has to do with a pirate, but they do, the story does put emphasis on it. So really, what you're getting, a lot of water sequences, a lot of pillaging, and lots of adventure. So these are three things that are going to be about that. And really, furthermore, there is a curse. True to the title's name, there is something about the curse. I'm trying to wonder if I should spoil this to you or not, because I wrote down the story of this movie in my own words. So really, it's, you're going to see the adventure of the pirates, or more or less the kind of encompassment of the said pirates, and not all of them are in this for glory. So that's one of the main things is, there's interweaving storylines that go on. So it's interesting. You get more than just I'm the hero, this is the right thing to do type thing. And really, what you're going to find out is a lot of you may not pay attention the first time, but if you pick your favorite and you run with that person the whole time, you may miss a different perspective. So, for me to follow Elizabeth Swann, follow her character and what she's thinking, it gives you something more to do. But, I did like the sequencing of this movie extremely well. So why is this movie appealing? It's because of the story. That's the main thing, is if they would have dropped the ball on this, the pirates themselves, it's a little bit more difficult, because it's hard for character development, because most of the time they're out for one or two things, which is just women, gold, and glory. And so doing this, we had to, you had to balance the characteristics of them with something that can be interesting for the audience, and that may not have actually been the easiest thing to do. So you pay attention to that, and it's got some good stuff in there that will keep you hooked. So I think a lot of it's not the flashiest movie. That's the thing. Like, if you think these fight sequences, the special effects, everything like that's going to be the best you've ever seen, you got to pay attention more to what's going on in the movie, and that's something that may have been one of the reasons why when I originally watched it, it wasn't on replay. But why you will like it, it's compelling. These characters, they're likable and they stand the test of time. So they stand the test of time, and I think a lot of it you may want to know what their reaction is going to be to what happens when these things go on. So that's the thing. It's kept in a pirate context, but also there's a lot of things in the movie that I wasn't aware of on the concept, and it's interesting to learn at the same time. So you just have to know what's going on. So beyond that, the replayable moments, I'm going to say once again, the characters make this movie pretty interesting. You're going to see Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, Johnny Depp, everyone, lots of others that are going to provide interesting scripts. The dialogue is pretty good. I think you'll like some of these characters, what they say and how they say it pretty well. It should be, a trip just wondering what makes them tick. Why do I like this person? That's something that you may come up with. If you're watching this more in fast forward and you just want to see a good movie, it may or may not actually, that's about the only thing as far as replayable goes, is whether or not it has like the super jump sequence or the best fight. Other than that, I mean, it's still a movie that has replayable, and I think you could probably watch it more than once or twice. So just know that. I am probably going to review the sequels to this, the second, third, and fourth one at some point. So stay tuned for that.